Hello, and welcome back to Soxy Chicks.
Woo.
I'm Crystal. Bayleigh is
Huh,
here.
I am here.
We're going to talk about baseball, I guess.
I guess so. Some interesting stuff has happened recently, so I guess we can chit chat. I think the big one we should start with is the big dumper himself, Mr. Cal Raleigh, up to 49 home runs right now, most ever by a catcher. Now, I know I have my answer to this, and it might shock you, believe it or not. But who do we think will win MVP?
I mean, this is going to be fun. I think he could. I think he could very easily win.
It's impressive what he's doing,
Yeah.
but like no matter how you like slice it, Aaron Judge is not just the better player, the superior player.
Yeah.
And the only thing that Raleigh's leading in right now is pretty much like home run and RBI. And like who cares? I'm sorry. Like everything else, Aaron Judge, batting average, on base, slugging, OPS, WRC plus, OPS plus, and they're all like exponentially better. And this is coming from a diehard Red Sox fan.
He's kind of holding the Yankees on his back right
It's
now in every way
crazy.
possible.
But like right now, he's not. I mean, I'm not watching the game. I'm watching it later, so I don't know what's currently happening right now on the Sunday game. But the Red Sox have already taken 3 out of 4, took the series, and it's because they're not. They're like legitimately owning Aaron Judge right now. Aaron Judge is doing nothing, and then when Aaron Judge does nothing, the team does nothing. You're so right.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I think I'm just so tired of the same. I just talked about this on visiting Dugout the other
Mm.
day. I'm just tired of like the same players every single year.
I get that. Like, I understand nobody wants Aaron Judge to not win an MVP more than me, but also I'm like, who's better than Aaron Judge? And I think the only thing that's separating Cal Raleigh is that he's doing this from the catching position. He's having
Hmm.
the greatest season a catcher's ever had. And I think some that might excite a lot of voters, whether or not Aaron Judge's numbers are still exponentially better.
Yeah, I mean we've got a month, about a month
Hmm.
at this point. So I
Yeah.
guess we can see. I would love for someone else to take it. So
Yeah.
please,
Yeah.
Cal.
The only time I was fine
Oh,
with somebody consistently winning was Mike Trout, and that's because I love Mike Trout. And at
yeah.
the time, nobody was better than Mike Trout. Just like how nobody's better than Aaron Judge right now. Like, that's the thing. The only person that could truly beat Aaron Judge was when Shohei Ohtani was also pitching. Like if it came down to Shohei Ohtani, like let's say Shohei stayed with the Angels, haha, imagine, and he was just a straight DH, like I think that he would have like just not won an MVP because Judge was still better.
We'll see.
So yeah, we will
Speaking
see.
of,
It'll be interesting. I like feel like Raleigh is probably gonna win because like the fatigue of Judge always winning.
hmm.
But oh, and then I can't wait for the uproar of Yankee fans. This is gonna be
Oh,
great.
yeah. I mean that base is already insufferable, and
Yeah.
I love them, but they're insufferable. I mean, no, I don't love the Yankees. I love a lot of Yankees fans, but oh my gosh,
I love your passion.
so
Like
insufferable.
the true Yankee fan, just like the true Red Sox fan. Like not these like, oh, I just wear this hat as like a statement piece. Like those don't count. Yeah.
So speaking of good, and this has been like the weirdest
Make it make sense, Crystal.
run, but at the same time, I fully support this run. The Brewers,
Well,
who aren't, they aren't great. Like if you look at them on paper
right?
and you look at their players and you look and see that, like, especially their pitching, if you look at their pitching, you're just like, how is this team doing anything? And then they go on this like monstrous run,
Hmm.
completely dethrone the Cubs, which this is kind of why I'm all for it. Like, if the Pirates aren't going to be any good, then I
Hmm.
need a team I don't hate to be at the top. So I'm happy for the
Yeah.
Brewers. I love that it's happening to them, but I don't get it. And
Makes no sense. Like, it literally makes no sense.
although I kind of, because I am petty, I do kind of love that Andrew Vaughn is now like starting to regress again.
Is he? Because he was like Barry
After,
Bonds.
well, yeah, so they were making these King Vaughn shirts to give out at the games. And
That's
I was
crazy.
like, look, I loved him at first too. He was incredible at first. Thought he was the best, like thought he was the second coming, and then he flopped, and
Yeah.
now he's still like good, but he is regressing. And I was like, this was not the best time to make your King Von shirts.
Yeah, as he slowly gets worse. But I mean, that's the thing. It's like, is change of scenery like a real thing? Like, because the Red Sox just traded for Nathaniel Lowe, and you know there were rumors that he wasn't good in the clubhouse in Washington, and I think it's more turning out that like nobody in Washington cared to win, and he wanted to win, and he was getting pissed about that because he's come here and he said nothing like but perfect things in the media, just being like, I don't care what kind of at bats I get as long as they're winning at bats. I could start a game, I could come into a game, like I don't care. He's like, I just want to know that it's like a winning at bat, and he's been amazing for the Sox. So it's kind of like change of scenery sometimes helps.
I see that a lot. And, I see that as somebody who watches the White Sox and watches guys on the White Sox continuously struggle. Andrew Vaughn is like the prime example. But then there's like, well, Chris Sale didn't necessarily struggle on the White Sox, but like Ronaldo Lopez struggled on the White Sox. Lucas Giolito struggled on the White Sox. Aside from that one like weird spectacular year that he had the no-hitter.
Yeah, was that like was it 2019?
No, it was 2020.
Oh, it was 20. Oh, okay. Well, it's the shortened season for some guys.
Dylan Cease was, Dylan Cease is kind of a weird one though, because I feel like he did great on the White Sox and he's not having a great season.
So the thing with Cease that's really weird is when you look at his metrics, he should be better than he is.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because normally it's like guys will play over their metrics and then start to regress. It's like he hasn't quite met where he's supposed to be. And I don't know if that's the pitching like lab that's in San Diego isn't really helping him. Does he need to come to Boston next year and shove? Like, I don't know. It's like, does he just need somebody to be like, hey, let's fix this? Because while you're pitching well, you're not pitching as well as you should be.
Yeah, I do think change of scenery is a very big piece of it. And not just scenery, but I mean, if you're going somewhere nice, like if you're gonna go pitch in San Diego where it's super hot, or temperature, climate, I feel like all of that really factors into how you're gonna end up performing.
And San Diego's such a huge ballpark too, that like the perfect example of somebody who didn't do that well in Boston and is now thriving in San Diego is Pivetta. But like, of course, the Red Sox destroyed Pivetta and it was beautiful and wonderful. But a big thing with Pivetta was that he would give like a fly ball and it would be a home run at Fenway and it's an out at Petco. So like those things really factor into some guys' games too, for sure. Yeah. But I'll let you take this next one though, because it's your guys.
These are my guys. So Colson Montgomery, who, if anybody has followed his trajectory at all, he spent the first half of this season in Arizona at, like the spring training type facility camp, just working on his swing because he was swinging at everything. He was having a very rough time. He was a very high prospect.
Yeah, he's still young too, right?
He's very young.
Yeah.
Very high prospect, gets to the minor leagues and is just a train wreck. Very bad. Just like I said, hacking at everything. He was not very good. So they send him to Arizona for a bit. He comes back kind of after that whole all-star thing when the White Sox did go on such a like really weird tear.
Yeah.
But Colson is playing out of his mind. He came in, immediately started playing like he's been in the league for 4 years. And, there's kind of a joke going on Blue Sky right now that he only hits home runs because it seems
Right.
like that is all this kid does.
That's all that like Kyle Schwarber does. It
Yeah.
works.
And, last night, last night I had game coverage. I picked up a night. He hits a grand slam. And I was like, the White Sox are famously the worst when it comes to runners in scoring position. So for this kid to hit, I think it was like a 2-out grand slam
Nice.
and, completely just we destroyed the Twins in that series. Today it was like 8-0.
Oh, the
Beautiful.
Twins. Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
And he's just been so good. He had another
Good for him.
2-run home run today, and I'm like, is this kid the real deal? I think this kid is the real deal. And I just love him. And then Kyle Teel, who came in for Crochet. Obsessed with Kyle Teel.
I do that trade 1,000 times over. So you are welcome. Still enjoy every bit of Kyle Teel because I love Garrett Crochet.
I messaged our dearest friend Ed the other day and I was like, hey, thanks for Kyle, by the way. And he was like, do you like him? And I was like, I love him. He's like my favorite White Sox player right now.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, and he will be good. Yeah. But it's like the fact that the Red Sox were able to get Crochet without having to give up like Roman Anthony or Marcelo Meyer. And like, yeah, giving up Teel was still a big deal, but it's like everything's kind of like working out in that like catching role with like how good Carlos Narvaez has been for the Red Sox. So it made Teel, but honestly, at the time though, when we like made that trade, we didn't know what we were gonna get from Narvaez. We were banking on Connor Wong, hilariously enough, and you're just like, shit, man. Now we have no depth. We still really don't have depth, but I don't really care. We have Garrett Crochet.
But yeah, Kyle's been crazy. Like these kids have been
talented
because that's really all the White Sox are. It's like Andrew Benintendi, Luis Robert Jr., and then a bunch of children.
Which is great because, like, it's just like because there's a lot of youth on the Red Sox right now, but like we also have like veteran leaders that like, and also it definitely is better when the team is playing well, that these veterans can be excited and really mentor these young kids. But it's like, if you like, you do have this core of young talent in Chicago, and it's like if you can get like a guy that wants to go there and lead them. But again, it's really tough to say, hey, we're still not that close, but come here. So it's tough, but
I can't wait until 2027 when they're in contention and there's a lockout.
Oh yeah.
The White Sox way.
And the whole season is just kaput.
And it's probably Jerry Reinsdorf causing the lockout because he's eternal. He's never going to die.
Yeah, I don't like in his 90s.
He's like 89, yeah.
Yeah, that is going to be...
I'm pretty sure he's my grandpa's age.
Yeah.
And I think about my grandpa who, like, bless him, but has dementia, has, like, health issues. I think about my grandpa owning a baseball team, and I'm like...
Wouldn't it be hilarious to think about that,
We would need to, like, 50 this guy.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Like, and I just feel so... I feel like I bitch about the Red Sox. Red Sox fans bitch about ownership, but like it could be a lot worse. Like I think what really pisses the Red Sox off is that like you are a top 3 franchise and you aren't spending quite like a top 3 franchise. Whereas like you have the White Sox that are just like, we like they are actively like not spending money on their team.
Yeah,
like, it's horrible.
They won't. They don't really care. And again, I love the pieces that they've got right now. I think that they are actually building a really good, really solid team. But
and Will's great. Will's a great manager for you guys.
He is. I love Will. They had so on Friday nights when they play at home, they do these like Friday night all access games, and this past Friday, they had Will on the mic. Like, he was mic'd up during the game, and it was kind of fun because managers are kind of boring, and you don't know what you're going to get when you have them mic'd up, but it's kind of fun to listen to his thought process during the game, and they were getting to this point where they needed to start going to relief pitchers. Aaron Savali was kind of turning into a pumpkin. And it's kind of fun because I was like, oh, we share our same brain because, yeah, you're not going to get an inning plus from from Jordan Leisure.
Mm.
I mean, he says it. Again, you don't know what's going to come out of his mouth, but
It's true, yeah.
He's really in it, and he's been a great manager. He's understands these kids more. I think like having a young manager helps.
Yeah, I agree.
And I made the joke actually just today on Blue Sky. I was like, can you imagine Tony La Russa managing this team right now? Because Colson Montgomery would be benched.
Yeah.
Josh Rojas would still be on the team in place of Colson Montgomery. He'd get yelled at for like not playing the game the right way or something.
It's kind of funny how successful La Russa had been in his past, given that like the type of person that he seems to be. And it's like, did guys just respond differently to that type, or that was just sort of like how it always was, so you expected everything to be that way? And when there is a culture shift and that guy is not willing to shift, it's like, oh yeah.
And I think about it, he was like a decade removed.
It made no
from
sense why he
anything
came back.
when he came back. So yeah, the game had completely changed and
Yeah, because
evolved.
he had been like chilling with Dombrowski
Yeah.
and Fenway, like just watching games and being a consultant. Like that seemed perfect. Why would you want the responsibility and the headache of going back? It's like, I really don't get why Tito's back doing it. I understand Tito's not 1,000 years old and he's always sort of been one of those player manager type of guys. But still, it's like, dude, what are you doing, man? Just have fun with your life now. You have nothing to prove, Tito. You have nothing to prove, man. And like, La Russa was already in the freaking Hall of Fame when he came back to manage.
Exactly. He says it when he gets pulled over.
I'm a Hall of Famer. Oh, cool. Good for you. You're also drunk driving.
Oh, I hate him so much.
Oh, God. I love when like famous people. I love my favorite thing in the world. I hate that they exist because drunk driving's awful, but I love famous people's like drunk driving like videos or audios because every single person pulls it. And I'm like, how dumb do you think? Like, Reese Witherspoon pulled it. Everybody thought she was like America's sweetheart. And she's like, do you know who I am? And then her husband is like, shut the fuck up the whole time it's
The
happening.
very first thought was hers. That one was like stuck in my brain forever.
Yeah. And then I like the cop was like, no, I have no idea who you are. And she's like, well, you're gonna in the morning with her like
Justin
southern
Timberlake. Justin, like that, like baby cop, not knowing who Justin Timberlake was. He's like, this is gonna ruin the tour.
I'd be like, don't drink and drive. It's really not that difficult to do.
No.
It's crazy.
When you have that much money, just you could have a driver.
A driver or call the most expensive Uber because who cares? You have NSYNC money, Justin. Like, what are you doing? So crazy.
You got that Trolls money?
Right? Trolls, World Tour. You got it all, Justin. You do not need to drive a car after having an egregious amount of drinks, I'm assuming. You know, you have like 1 or 2 beers and you wait an hour, you're fine. But come on, what are we doing? But back to the game of baseball. This next up is some horrible news. Zack Wheeler, who's just like pitching his ass off for like the last like 4 or 5 years, just being out of his mind since he put like a Phillies uniform on. He has thoracic outlet syndrome. And they're suggesting that surgery that barely anybody comes back from. I think like Merrill Kelly had this, and he's probably the most like the biggest example. And I know Daniel Bard, and I know it's probably not as bad as it was 10, 15, 20 years ago when these guys had this. But this is like legitimately what destroyed Matt Harvey's career. Is this thoracic outlet, which is like apparently they just take out a rib. Crazy. So, oh man, I hope he can come back and he can pitch as well, because you never want anybody to have, like, if you heard Tommy John, you'd be like, whatever, he'll come back. Like, I understand that this, like, okay, he'll only be out potentially 8 months, but like you're maybe never gonna get the Zack Wheeler of old, and that sucks.
Yeah, I feel so bad. He's so good too.
Oh my God. Like, everybody's like, of course, you get like the assholes being like, oh, yeah, well, now other teams can just walk to the World Series because there's no threat. Philly doesn't threat because Zach's gone. I'm like, why are you? I don't know. I'm the kind of person that, like, I like when, like, the Yankees are good because I want to beat the Yankees at their best. Like, I want to beat the best. I don't want to just be like, oh, yeah, you only won that World Series because, you know, like, Aaron Judge was out or something like that. No, I'd be like, no, I want to be like, I beat the best.
Speaking of the Phillies, I just saw something. I didn't even think to add it about the schedule for next season, and it's going to be Phillies Mets at the Field of Dreams.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I want to go to that so badly.
So I'm thinking, I was like, do
It's
I
not
want?
that far from you, right?
It's really not. Iowa's not that far.
Yeah, I was like, you could make it way easier. I mean, I know
could drive.
everything's only a plane ride away, but it gets expensive.
No, I mean, I could drive to
Yeah.
Iowa.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, do I want to go see my Mets?
Mhm.
Oh, I kind of do.
You should go. They didn't do it this year, did they?
There was no Field of Dreams this year.
That's so weird. Is it because we did that stupid Speedway thing instead?
Probably, yeah. I don't know. I don't know exactly why there was not a Field of Dreams, but yeah, I'm glad they did that Fire Festival Speedway.
Oh man, I kind of wish I could have gone just to experience how bad it actually was.
No.
Oh god.
I also just don't like racing at all.
Oh, me neither.
So
like, I'll watch like the Indy 500, but like that's also IndyCar and it's kind of cool. It's not like NASCAR.
Oh, I'm from there and I don't even watch that.
I feel like that's the only thing I watch is like the Indy 500 and that's it. It's not like I'm there being like, oh yeah, I can't wait to watch racing. And then I saw the Formula One movie with Brad Pitt. You know, that's my extent of racing.
I have a Dale Earnhardt tattoo, ironically.
Oh,
that's my extent.
That's interesting. I love
my family is like my uncle. I should specify my uncles were very into racing and still are to this day. Like they love it because again, from Indy, so there's a lot of racing in Indy, no matter what.
Yeah.
So they were all big Dale Earnhardt fans for the most part, and then it kind of was a generational thing. So we were all like, yeah, Dale Earnhardt. So all the cousins always just kind of say like, raise hell, praise Dale. And so then I got a raise hell, praise Dale tattoo on my leg.
That's cute. That's cute.
Just for funsies. Always honoring number 3.
Hey.
But that's it. I don't do racing.
Outside of the extent of it.
No. So this realignment, let's.
So I've seen some wackadoo like thoughts about this, and like there being like 6 different like 8. It's like I felt like it was like 9 different divisions or something, and there's no more like they're like, oh yeah, no more wild card. There'll just be all these divisions, and I was just like, and then there's like the South and the Central and the West, and then somebody put. Which made absolutely no sense. They put in the South Division, Minnesota. And somebody was like, that notorious southern city of Minnesota. Of St. Paul. You know, like, what are we doing?
Oh my goodness. That's almost as north as you can go in the state.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, like, there will be 2 more teams. Like, when that... I still honestly don't even know when... this could be on the horizon, especially like you said, like a lockout in 27. So are we thinking about like 30-32, 30-33? We're going to be adding 2 more teams. It seems so far out, but everybody's like talking about the realignment right now.
Yeah. And
it's weird.
I don't know. I don't love this realignment. First off, I don't want the Sox to go back in the National League. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if it's Sox, Cubs, Reds, Cardinals, then if the Sox get good, they could probably dominate. But still, I don't like that National League Midwest setup.
Yeah. And
Also weird to separate Kansas City and the Cardinals into
yeah.
like that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, and then somebody was like putting Tampa Bay into the National League too, and I'm like, this is just weird. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna flip flop again, just flip flop Houston back to the damn NL like they were in, or bring Milwaukee used to be an American League team, bring Milwaukee back into the American League, or I don't, So I'm just like, I don't know. It's just so weird that like to think because in my mind I just like I feel like American League. Houston Astros, but like for so long they were just in the National League.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't love it. I think it's silly. But I also just think Manfred's so bad for baseball that no matter what he does, I'm going to be against.
My question is like, when is his contract up? I don't know or care really enough about him to know his job security, but I should care more because we need somebody new.
Let's see. Do a little live Google through January of 2029.
Oh fuck. So yeah,
Yeah.
he'll be there through the lockout.
We've got a while still to go with him,
When
unfortunately.
when did he when did Selig leave and he took over? It's been I feel like so long.
2018.
18?
I think.
Somehow I think it feels longer than that, but wow.
No, his contract November 15th, 2018.
So it's like a 10-year. You get like a 10-year contract.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man. That sounds nice. A little job security right there.
I'm so sick of him.
Yeah.
Um,
But I think we're stuck.
yeah, we've got him for a while, and he'll probably get his realignment if that's what he really truly wants. But I just think he's so bad for baseball. So
Like,
anything he says or does, I'm just gonna disagree with.
do we also need more teams? Like, you can take some of those teams that aren't thriving because you're putting them in St. Petersburg instead of actual Tampa.
Yeah.
Like, maybe move them to Nashville. Like, because I know
Yeah.
Nashville's the big one on the horizon. Everybody's thinking
Nashville is
Nashville's.
big.
Yeah.
Or like North Carolina. North Carolina's been another kind of big one. I hate that. I mean, I guess there's nothing to do in like the Dakotas and like the central portion of
Yeah.
this country. Like I get that there's nothing there, but for Colorado to be like the only team up in that region is
Yeah.
really weird to me. I don't understand why they can't spread. Again, and I know California is massive, but why do you need 87 teams in California?
You really do. There's so many. And there's two in the Bay Area. There's two. Well, one is in Los Angeles and the other one's in a completely different county, but they're close to each other. Hell, the three southern ones are all very close together.
Yeah. And then there's Texas, who is bigger than everything ever, and they've only got the two.
Yeah. It is kind of crazy. Because you're like, oh, why? Like, why isn't there? It'd be kind of fun if there was something in South Dakota. I mean, they got Mount Rushmore there.
Move the Cubs to South Dakota.
Right? It'd be really cute to wherever you build it, you see the presidents in the background. I'm for it.
I mean, that's perfect for the Cubs. Players were just taking pictures with Charlie Kirk.
Disgusting.
So perfect.
Like, it's like we understand that 90%, 99.9% are good old boys. But also, how are you getting excited about meeting Charlie Kirk, even if you're a good old boy?
Don't take a picture with Charlie Kirk.
What are you doing, dumbasses? Like,
again, first off, this is why I'm happy that you can't see likes on Twitter anymore.
Yeah.
But this is why I never check. This is why I don't follow baseball players.
Yeah, I don't think I follow anybody really.
I follow some on Instagram, but you can't always see what they're doing on Instagram. Like I follow a couple White Sox players on Instagram. But this is why you don't follow them. You don't go and look and see who they are following.
Nope.
I mean, we had the pandemic to kind of figure out where a lot of people sat.
Yeah, we really did.
When they were like, oh, this person has been scratched ahead of the Toronto series. And I'm like, oh, I wonder why.
Jarren Duran. I was like, dude, Jarren Duran used to have a wildly unsavory likes on Instagram.
Yeah.
And posting of things on Instagram where I think somebody was like, you need to take these down right now.
Yeah.
And using the F slur so freely kind of also is like, this is all, the math is mathing.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And he yelled at a fan the other day and called them a pussy. And I was like, wow, if you had just done that last year, this would be a non-issue.
Yeah. I
Also,
would take that word over the F slur.
It's also crazy that he's like yelling at fans. I'm like, he needs to like kind of get his attitude in check, because like back in the day you would have Kevin Youkilis yell, but Kevin Youkilis was yelling at himself. He was not like calling fans pussies and the F slur because he was frustrated with himself, and a fan is there's a difference between like when a fan heckles you because you struck out on a pitch where you're like, wow, dude, which he's been doing a lot lately, versus like early in the season, he had to be held back because after he opened up about his mental health, a fan in the stand told him to kill himself. That's completely different. Like, the reacting like that makes complete sense. But if somebody's like, man, Duran, like, you should use a tennis racket, you know, like, and then using the F slur, never cool. But it is what it is. It's a bunch of good old boys. You know, half of the team met the president for some unknown reason when they were in DC, and I'm like, there they are with their shit-eating grins, and I'm like, I still gotta root for you. And there were some guys that I really love that were there, so.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of terrible fans,
I was about to say, this falls right back into it.
Perfect segue. Cade Povich of the Orioles, his wife received a threatening DM, like, and it was horrible. Like, he came out and talked about it, obviously publicly, but he posted it, and it was talking about him wanting to go to church and sexually assault his wife so her husband could feel, you know, because of what he did, he pitched badly, you know, and a lot of this has to do with like sports betting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, 90%. Okay,
sports
and I'm
betting
like,
and fantasy baseball.
Yeah, and it's crazy. And like, the only thing that I've sports bet on, it like I'll always be like, the Red Sox are going to win the World Series. It'd be funny. I could walk away with a good bit of money if it happens, you know. And I'm like, okay, that's always kind of fun. But yeah, there's so much like the in-game parlays and stuff. And if Povich just doesn't, you think Povich went out there today and was like, you know what, really feel like throwing a shitter? Like, no, these guys are trying to do their best, and not only getting angry, you could be like, God damn, Povich, like, you suck. Versus like, I think I'm gonna DM his wife and threaten to sexually assault her. Like, what are you thinking in your brain?
They're not. These people need to get a life. Get off the internet.
Please.
Like, I really I've seen this before, and it's kind of a joke in my friend group of like, men should start off in jail. And like work their way out. It's always men. Like, let's be so serious.
Yeah, like, there's plenty men. Yeah. And like, even if men aren't doing, they're still doing more stupid stuff. Like, I'll write on like Twitter being like, man, wish David Hamilton was sent to the moon or something. And then there was guys that like actually went into David Hamilton's DMs and just wrote fuck you to him. And he wrote back, fuck you back. So I was like, good on him. But like, what would be like, you know what? Feel like I need to actually tell him to fuck off.
Or I
hate it.
Or we see it where we criticize a player and then people send us threatening DMs because, you know, this is why I don't check DMs most days.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm just like, I can't with, and Twitter's just like, I know you're on Blue Sky way more, but Twitter's just like a legitimate hellscape right now.
Yeah, it's bad. Blue Sky is way more chill. Mm-hmm. When I go in and check Twitter, like, I don't know, about a month or two ago, it was mental health, like awareness type night for the White Sox, and they had posted something, and like, I know Michael Kopech used to be really big with like the mental health awareness thing. He has done a lot with that team, like, you know, when he was on the White Sox, he did a lot with the team, and like they still kind of really carry it and talk about mental health. And I quote tweeted it, and I was like, this is really awesome. But you know, I'm reading these comments from these people, which is the worst thing you can do. And I quote tweeted it and I was like, this is awesome, but just so you know, like, people with mental health struggles are reading your nasty replies. And I got some of the worst replies to that. Like the White Sox replied and they were like, thank you for saying this. And then other people were like, you should kill yourself.
Mm-hmm. Always
like,
fun.
So
Always
mature,
fun.
you guys. So mature.
Yeah. I just feel like sometimes it's like the comment should be turned off for certain things. Because like the Red Sox had an all-women's broadcast a few weeks ago. And they left the comments open, and holy shit.
Pride night, turn the comments off.
It's mental like, what health, are you doing?
Turn the comments off.
Like, I don't, it's like, God. And then they're bitching that, like, there's too many people being interviewed, or they're like, oh, this girl's talking nonsense. I'm like, have you heard Dave O'Brien? All that man does is talk nonsense.
Yeah.
But he's a dude that's been doing it for 40 years, so you're, like, okay with it? And I'm like, I can't. I just can't with it. But yeah, they were. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Mets now. Like I love the Mets crew. I love Keith Hernandez. But there are days where I'm just like, oh my God, Keith, just shut up. You shouldn't have said that.
Like, please. Yeah.
Because you have so much job security that it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, that was like back in the day. You know, like the Red Sox still have like Jim Rice in there, and Jim very much needs to like have a reality check about the game now, and how he's passed comments about how like the game was more difficult when he played. Yeah, right, Jim. Nobody was throwing 103 at you. But okay, keep talking that up. And so you'll get that, but I'm always like, he's at least like he's in the Hall of Fame, and you have like that, and he's been there for so long. Like there's like that job security to it where you're just like, okay. Whereas like Dennis Eckersley, I like truly miss Dennis Eckersley, because the thing I loved about Dennis was that he would just rip apart. If somebody was bad, he'd be like, this man sucked. And
Carlson.
Yeah, and I kind of like, I liked that but he would also back it up and be like, he'd talk about how like when he was playing, he sucked. I mean, the man coined the walk-off home run because he was walking off the mound after the most iconic home run was hit off him. Like, it was about his own, like, putting his head down and walking off type thing because he effed up. So he'd be the first guy to be like, hey, I also has sucked in the past too, but I'm also a Hall of Famer. And yeah, you know what happened? You sucked tonight. I kind of miss that, though, I will say.
No, I do too. I mean, Hawk Harrelson,
yeah,
not always the best example of great broadcasting, but he didn't care. And Ozzie Guillen is kind of turned that way now. Ozzie does pre and post game show, and you know they'll pull in every once in a while, and he's not afraid to be like, "This sucks." And you know, right now, like we've got John Schriffen, who is still very green, and he kind of like sucks up.
Oh, of course.
This, like team, he's very much an ass kisser, and he's very just obnoxious, and I'm just like, no, go back to Ozzy where he's like ripping Andrew Benintendi a new one.
Yeah,
go back to that.
We miss that. Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, if your play is poor, your play is poor. Like, and we're making up excuses. I mean, it's like I think Anthony Volpe right now is like throwing up errors after error after error, and you don't have Boone like having him accountable for it. And it's just like, man, you kind of have to, you know, you kind of really have to. But
he's going on my Christmas card this year. Our best family picture this year is a picture on the field with Ozzie Guillen.
Really? That's so fun. he's going in the card.
I can't wait for like family that does not follow baseball to be like, why is this
who's this man
old man in the middle of a picture of your family?
I feel like because we all look really good in it. That's
like, where's the best we look? Okay, we all take pictures often.
I love that. That's so cute. Be like, that's our adoptive uncle. What do you mean? It's Uncle Ozzie.
Yeah, duh. Come on.
I love that. But
2005 World Series winning manager Ozzie Guillen, show some respect.
Absolutely. But MLB is now finalizing. It hasn't gone through yet, so we'll see what happens. But a deal with ESPN, Netflix, and NBC Sports for like a 3-year media rights contract. And man, I don't know what I don't know how to feel about things being. I have all the streaming services, but I feel bad for like my parents can like kind of fudge their way through it. But like I genuinely feel bad for like truly old people that are like, what's this flicks of net that I have to get to watch a game? Like
I
that
mean,
sucks.
Apple TV kind of ruined it
Yeah. The only good thing
already.
about Apple TV, it looks great.
It
That's
looks
about it.
beautiful.
It looks good.
Horrible.
But
And not accessible.
not accessible for people. And you also have what, Carl Ravitch calling games? What are we doing?
Yeah,
Like, no.
the booths are never good,
Mm-mm.
and people half the time don't know how to figure out how to even get Apple TV. Like,
Yeah.
they've got to just chill.
I hate it, but no, we're going to be getting a lot more. And now I know ESPN, they dropped a big deal, but now they're working back with them. So we'll see. But all I can say is Fox needs to do something about like everybody that calls games for them. I don't mind I don't mind the Pierzynski Wainwright when because they go together like pretty well, but it's like is the guy that's I think it's like the new Dodgers like guy. I think he's one of the ones that does it, and I'm like, is he even that good? And then of course it's like, I don't know. I'm just like, it's like I'm over like old men like calling games who have like absolutely no idea what they're doing, and I'm like, okay, cool, John Smoltz. You were once really good at like throwing a baseball, but that doesn't mean you actually know how to like talk about the game.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just like, what are we doing, Fox, man? Jesus.
Speaking of, it was just the anniversary recently of the Nick Castellanos 4-0 ball game.
Oh God.
Call. Somebody sent me the video, and it was like, happy anniversary to this, and I was like, oh
weirdest call ever.
No, we don't need to bring this back to light.
It's just like, I don't know. I want to know who at Fox is like, yes, John Smoltz.
I don't get it. That's why I don't watch. I try not to watch anything on Fox because
I got really lucky because I was able to watch the Fox feed through MLB TV, and I was able to listen to the Red Sox WEEI broadcast with Will Fleming, who's great. Will Fleming, genuinely incredible. So I was like, oh, this is great. I don't have to actually listen to songs. Oh. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens with ESPN, Netflix, and NBC Sports. It's three big people taking over 3 years.
You're so stupid.
It is stupid.
So the Baseball Writers Association people are going to start honoring relief pitchers next year, which kind of cool because I mean there are some relief pitchers that I really truly love and I feel like deserve more recognition. So I think this is a step forward.
For sure. I mean, I'm surprised that it's taken this long because obviously relief pitchers can win the Cy Young. They have won the Cy Young, but it's extremely rare that happens. Was Gagne like the last one to actually do it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and that's just absolutely wild. Like, you're like, oh shit. But yeah, I'll be interested. I'm glad it's not this year because Chapman would probably win, and I don't need that man winning anything.
No, we don't.
And I hate that he's not only like good, he's like the best he's ever been, and it's kind of insane.
I don't need him to be honored with anything.
No, so next year, I mean, he might just suck next year. So not the Red Sox problem next year, probably.
Yeah,
but who the hell knows?
Fingers crossed he's out next year. Like, break something in the off season.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a quick break to pay bills so that we don't get yelled at. Okay, that was a wonderful break. Let's talk about how bad the Yankees are right now.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Again, I don't know the score, what's going on now. I hope something beautiful is happening. But taking 3 out of 4 and taking a series, already incredible. Love it. And not just doing it, like the Yankees made like 4 errors in one of the games. And I'm not saying the Red Sox are like the best defensive team because they're also poopy, but they're not like that poopy. Because I was watching the broadcast and on the airmail that Volpe did, he like gets to it, airmails it. It's like halfway through like the shot, and you just hear Lou Merloni go, "Oh." Like the minute it left his hand, Lou was like, "That thing is traveling," and it was just like, whoa, way past. And in game 1, they for some weird reason, Austin Wells isn't catching as much. And I know it's because he hasn't been that great. Like, he was good last year. He's not that great this year. But they've been using Ben Rice behind the plate. And my Jesus, does that boy not know how to catch a baseball? Yeah. And he was making, like, throwing errors. And I'm like, damn. And I think the big question is that you posed, how does Aaron Boone still have a job? I love that Aaron Boone is still gainfully employed. I love it. Keep him there. Please and thank you.
Yeah, I don't get it. So I have a Yankees visiting dugout. I think Tuesday is when we record because the White Sox see the Yankees soon, and I can't wait to ask my guest 9 million questions about what is happening in the Bronx right now and why Aaron Boone has a job, because
it's crazy.
Anytime I see any of my Yankees mutuals post, it is constantly fire Boone into the sun.
There's like this weird rumor that like Judge loves him and that Judge has way more power than he should, which I mean could be true.
That checks out, honestly.
And I'm like, why are you allowing this man to have this much power? Like he should be doing what he's doing, getting paid an egregious amount of money to be the best hitter in the sport. He's doing that. Why does he have his fingers anywhere else? Like, who are you? You kidding me? If David Ortiz, like in 2004, said so, like they'd be like, get your ass back on the bench. Like,
exactly. You don't own the team. You don't manage the team. If your manager is that bad, he should be gone.
Yeah, and like supposedly another rumor, again, don't know how true this was that legitimately in 2017, where they made it all the way to the ALCS with Joe Girardi, like Judge, who was a rookie at that time, didn't like Girardi, so they replaced him with Boone. And Girardi legitimately got fired after taking a team to the championship series.
I don't know if I believe that one.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that either.
I believe the Aaron Boone one.
Yeah.
I feel like he does have way too much say on that team right now.
And like, what does he like about Boone? That'd be my question. I'd be like, okay, do you share a first name? Is that it, Aaron? Yeah, does it go beyond that? Because like, what is it? Because right now, this man is hurting your team and you want to win, right? So
does Aaron Boone just have like some serious dirt on Aaron Judge?
Aaron Boone hit a home run in 2003 that was great. The greatest home run ever, because it sent his Yankees to the World Series, where they then hastily lost to the Florida Marlins. And then he has been just pooping on this team since the year 2018, and I am so here for it.
Yeah, I don't get it. Whatever. He's got to have like some blackmail.
He has to, man. He has to. It's kind of crazy. But I'll be very, very, very... I don't think he's getting fired in season. Like, whatever.
No.
I'll be so interested to see what happens this offseason.
Yeah.
Like, I really will be. It's going to be kind of crazy. But, yeah, Red Sox have been killing them, and it's just... They've been just killing them all season. 8-1. Like 8-1, just taking care of business. And then a couple other little quick Red Sox things. They're putting Walker Buehler in the bullpen. Thank you, Jesus. Because Walker Buehler is one of the worst starting pitchers in the game of baseball.
Yeah.
And he was great in the bullpen last year. Struck out, the Yankees to win the World Series for the Dodgers. So would love him to do something like that again for the Red Sox. It'd be great. And the Red Sox also promoted Justinson Garcia, whose name has an X and a Y in it for some reason. And so they call him the Password. And he's been promoted. It really won't be too long. It's only because Ref Schneider went on the IL. So once Ref's back, I think he goes back to Worcester. But it was really cool to see him get a little bit of a chance. And then I talked about this earlier. The Red Sox signed Nathanial Lowe after DFA'd by the Nationals, and he's been great. He kind of looks like 2023 Nathaniel Lowe, and I'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah, a lot of interesting. I already touched about the White Sox. That was really all that I needed to add was that Colson Montgomery is him.
Is really great.
Capital H, him.
Love that.
Yeah, ooh, this is rough too. So Austin Riley has a season-ending sports. My brain just short-circuited there. I was like reading it. He's having hernia surgery.
Yes.
Tough blow. That surgery sucks.
That sucks. And he had, I think, season-ending surgery last year too. So it's like 2 years in a
I
row.
thought so.
One of your better hitters. So like that sucks. But what's exciting for a young guy, after mere weeks playing in Major League Baseball, the Orioles have inked backstop Samuel Basallo to an 8-year, $67 million extension. But the question is, none of their other talent is locked up. What gives?
Yeah.
Like nobody else is locked up.
Let's see. Who goes on free agency for the Orioles this year?
And there's rumors that they're going to obviously be like shopping Adley.
Yeah,
this offseason.
That blows me away.
Crazy.
But,
I know
at the same time, Adley hasn't.
The last 2 seasons have been fine, like average to below. It's kind of crazy because he was generational.
Okay, so we've got Zack Eflin, Tyler O'Neill's a free agent, Gary Sanchez, blah blah blah.
Gary Sanchez.
I mean, not a ton, but yeah, like
they've got the core, but they're not extending the core. Like the Red Sox are extending their core, which I'm excited about because, that's what Alex Anthopoulos in Atlanta does,
Yeah. But you've got Mountcastle, you've got Adley, you've got Tyler Wells, who's been pretty good. You've got all of those going to arbitration. And then you've got like Hauser and Gunner.
Yeah, Gunner is the big one. I'm like, why is Gunner not locked up?
Yeah, that one doesn't make any. Jackson Holiday, which, I mean, whatever, but he's got promise. Like he's gonna be good. Like, there's a lot of arbitration and pre-arbitration guys. It doesn't really make sense, especially Kalzer and Gunner. Those are the really big ones where I don't understand what they're doing there.
It's kind of crazy, honestly. I'm like, okay, like you just don't want to have your young guys there for the next wave. And I mean, I don't know, their pitching is freaking horrendous. So I don't know if like, even though they took 2 games against the Red Sox, but they have like one good pitcher, but the rest of them are just like really, like Rogers is good and the rest are just like really, really bad.
Yeah. Weird.
So, oh no.
Oh, well, they've really just they've been on such a weird downward spiral.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they have.
That's been an interesting drop off. A very interesting drop off. I did not see that one coming this year.
Yeah. Crazy.
What else do we have? Oh yeah, we got the ladies again.
Yes. It's exciting.
Empire. So yeah, Jen is back up working the Pirates Rockies series. Happy for her.
Has she had a game behind the plate yet?
Yeah. So her first scorecard was actually pretty good. People were like, oh my God, it was only at like 90 something. It was like 92, 93%. They're like, oh my God, she was terrible. And then I saw somebody else that was like pulling up.
Like Laz Diaz? Like
other scorecards of people's first games, and like they were worse than she was. There was like I think she was either 92 or 93. But
hey.
Still, that's not bad.
You gotta work in progress, Like you said, you didn't walk out there with 100%. Like
exactly. But yeah, they're like comparing, kind of notorious umps, and they're like, well, this is what they've done in the past. So you're really just only criticizing her
because she's a woman.
She's a woman.
Yeah. Well, good on her. Hope this opens for a lot of other people because it's really cool.
I hope so too. It should be the norm. It shouldn't be so groundbreaking that we have to talk about it in a podcast.
Yeah, right? Absolutely insane. But something else that's really cool, because I had no idea this. Last week, Matt Olson played in his 741st consecutive game, passing Braves legend Dale Murphy. but he would need 12 more consecutive seasons to pass Cal Ripken Jr. So good luck, Matt. I hope you can get there, but I just didn't realize, like, shit, that's still a lot of games.
Yeah, they were playing the White Sox in that series.
Oh, that's cool.
So they were talking about that. Speaking of Cal Ripken Jr., today's his birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday, Cal.
65 years old today.
Holy shit. I always think about Cal Ripken Jr. and of course he had injuries.
Yeah.
And but it's still, he never had that like devastating one that would like keep you out. But I still just wonder to myself, like, how much did he play through? Because I understand, like, we just invest so much now into players that, like, the littlest things nagging them got to go on the IL, which fine. That's not me criticizing them. Please go on the IL. But man, how many hamstring pulls did he play through? It's crazy to think about.
Yeah, I mean, it was way different there, and I think we do kind of criticize players a little too much, but at the same time, I'm kind of one of those, like, well, back in my day, pitchers used to pitch 7, 8 innings.
I miss those days, though. That's my boomer take, man.
Yeah, that's my boomer take too. But yeah, a lot of them, and I think that's why there were so many guys that kind of had to retire so young, and guys that should have made it to Cooperstown but didn't, because they did play through so much shit that they had to end their run way shorter than they ever needed to.
Yeah. So true.
About that a lot, actually.
Yeah. But it's what, like, anytime I see Crochet go like 7, I get a little like, oh, okay, I'm loving this, you know. Oh. No. And we've got 2 starts against the Yankees. We also had Bayo go 7, and I'm like, oh god,
beautiful. It's beautiful.
That's gorgeous.
We finally have Martin Perez back, and he's kind of limited, but I'm just like, I can't wait. Like, if he makes it next year, like, it'll be nice to see somebody go that will
eat your innings. Yeah.
Because
good, bad, or otherwise, you need an innings eater. And that's kind of what Giolito was supposed to be for the Red Sox. But the thing is, now I don't know if they're gonna. He has like if he hits 140 innings, he like is just a free agent. Do your thing. But if he's under 140, the Red Sox can offer him, I think, like $14 million that he has to like take and be on the team next year. So I don't know if they're trying to like fudge that, but we'll see. I mean, a part of me is like,
lately.
He's been really good. And a part of me is like, let him go, like, right. I want to win now. I don't really give a shit about next year. Would I love to have him for $14 million? Absolutely. But like, if he pitches that well and above 140 innings, then he deserves to go to free agency. You know?
Absolutely. I always just want the best for Lucas Giolito.
Oh, he seems like the nicest guy ever.
He is. He's good.
So, I'm like, every happiness to him, and I want him going 7, 8 innings, you know, because I want to win. I want to win now. I don't care about 2026 right now.
Also, he's related to Mark Frost, who helped create Twin Peaks. So, like, you're a good person in my book if you have any sort of relation to Twin Peaks.
And that's the coolest thing, to be, my uncle, just like co-creator of Twin Peaks, no big deal.
His mom's an actress. Is this incredible artist.
Yeah.
Like, I follow her on Instagram. She's
that's cool.
Great. Yeah, but if you're related to Mark Frost, I'm like, okay, you're cool. You get a pass.
His middle name is Frost. He's Lucas Frost Giolito. Like,
yeah. I adore him.
So cool. Very cool.
I'm going to go see the other half of Twin Peaks when I'm out in LA. Because I told you I'm going to do the Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
Yes.
Go see David Lynch.
Yeah. Oh, is he in Hollywood Forever?
He is, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I used to park in there every day.
Between him and Judy Garland, I have enough reason just for those two alone.
Very excited for it. So. Yeah. It's like a very cool cemetery. They also do a lot of you can watch movies. They'll like show it feels sacrilegious. Like you're like just sitting there and they're just like showing a movie on their mausoleum, but they do that a lot too. It's Cinespia. Very cool.
There's a podcast I listen to, and they are based out in LA, and they do a lot of movies there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a fun vibe. I went once. I will say if I ever do it again, I'm bringing one of those like little beach chairs because my back was screaming.
I bet.
Trying to like just sit on the lawn. I was like, wow, I'm old.
Anyway, sorry, the total tangent. I am a nerd. It
Hey.
happens. I have a whole Twin Peaks half
Aw.
sleeve on my arm.
Have you been
Um,
up to like where they filmed in the Pacific Northwest though?
yes,
That's cool.
yes. So last year, because we wanted to go out to Oakland, obviously before the Coliseum was gone,
Mm-hmm.
we did Oakland and San Francisco, and I was like,
That's cool.
we're really close to Seattle, like really
Yeah.
close to Seattle, and I have a friend that lives out there. And so I texted my friend Britt and I was like, "Hey girl, so I want to do some Twin Peaks stuff and I want
Mm.
to do some Kurt Cobain stuff because I peaked in the 90s. So we're also going to go to a baseball game. You don't have to do that.
You want to do the other stuff.
But if you were, and this is funny too because my husband has never, like he's caught bits and pieces of Twin Peaks from me watching it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's not, he's seen Blue Velvet. He liked Blue Velvet. Like he's
Yeah.
familiar with David Lynch at
Yeah.
least. And then my friend Brett had never watched it either.
Mm.
And she rents a car because she didn't have a car. So she rented a car because she is in Seattle, like proper Seattle. So
Mhm.
she doesn't need a car.
Doesn't need to drive, yeah.
She rents a car so that we could go to North Bend because I was
Mhm.
like, this is all I want to do. I want to go to North Bend. I want to go to the diner. I want to go to the park where the waterfall is. Like I want to do all of these things. So I'm sitting here completely nerding out. I'm sitting at the diner. Like I couldn't have pie because I have celiac, so I can't do the pie part. But I'm
Oh,
like drinking the coffee and I was like, I am Agent Cooper right now. This is the best day of my life. And they're just sitting there like, uh-huh, yeah,
I'm like, you don't understand.
this is fun. And then we like go to Kurt Cobain's the house that he dies in. We went to like the little memorial park and I'm like sitting there like half tears. And they're just like,
They're like, you all
okay,
right? And I'm like,
well, I'm
yeah.
glad you're having a very good time.
I went to South by Southwest in 2017, and it was the time that The Return like
Mhm.
came out. So they had, let me find it. It's like I got pictures of it.
Nine Inch Nails has been playing a bunch of Twin Peaks songs ahead of their sets. They're on
That's
tour
cool.
right now. They were on Twin Peaks.
So they did like they did like a little pop up of the diner. So it was like really cute, and then they were giving out. I have like a Twin Peaks like little hat and shirt, and then they were giving out the pie too.
Mm-hmm.
So it was
I
cool.
have on the back of my car, I have a bumper sticker. This is directed by David Lynch.
Oh,
And I go for like monthly massages, and my massage therapist was like waiting, and he was like out in the lobby, I guess. And he was like, I saw a car out there with a David Lynch bumper sticker. Is that your car? And I was like, yes,
yes.
that is mine.
Yeah.
Trauma and David Lynch, those are my bumper stickers. Anyway,
Yes.
well, no, we won't continue this. People are probably like, oh my God, shut up. So
Hey,
we'll end
we love a
on
good tangent.
poor Eric Fetty.
Yeah, I didn't even I didn't really know what was going on with the world of Eric Fetty, so I'm sorry to hear this.
He's already been released from the Braves. He had only been there for like a month. It's wild because he was so good on the White Sox.
Yeah, it was good for you guys.
And then he goes to St. Louis and is very bad in St. Louis. They get rid of him. He goes to the Braves. And the Braves are struggling already.
Yeah,
Like the Braves
themselves,
are
yeah.
not having a good season. And he's already been released.
That's unfortunate. That's the game of baseball.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I feel for him. I hope he turns it around. But I mean,
Yeah.
let's see. How old is Eric Fetty? He's not a spring chicken anymore.
God, he's probably still younger than both of us.
Yeah, he's only 32. But
Whew, so old.
I was 8. Or no, I was 6 when he was born. Yeah, but I don't know. I hope he turns it around. I feel because he's such a good guy. I loved him on the Sox.
Yeah.
Oh well. That's
But
what
I-
I've got.
But I'm impressed that we were able to talk for an hour about this because I was like, oh shit, what's going on in the world of baseball? I'm like in my Red Sox bubble, truly.
Yeah, so I was really sick this week. like this weekend I finally felt alive for the first time.
Good. Happy to hear that.
And last weekend was very busy and I just have not been paying any attention to baseball. So most of this was new to me.
So glad that you're feeling better and glad to be talking some baseball.
Yeah. So good. All right. Well, thank you if you've made it this far for listening. Sorry
Yeah.
about Twin Peaks. I could have a podcast about Twin Peaks that I do daily.
There you go. There you go. Maybe we should have a Twin Peaks podcast. That's going to be our spinoff.
Yes.
Soxy chicks and peaky ladies. I don't know.
Out for us.
Yeah, we're going to transfer over to the world of
Peaks
peaks.
only.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for listening. See you later.
Bye.